Welcome to the rapid roundup of Unit 8 Human Resource Analytics for Human Resource Planning Decisions. Now, don't get scared by this long title, okay? This unit is actually quite fascinating because it connects data with decision making in HR. You can think of it like Google Maps for HR. It tells you where your workforce is and where they are heading, and what you can say, how to get to your expected destination smoothly. So, what exactly is HR analytics? Let us start our discussion with that. HR analytics is basically about using data to make sure, what you can say, to make smarter HR decisions. Whether you are planning for recruitment, training, retention, or even salary structures, analytics will help you move from the your simple gut feelings to facts. So what we do is we use past data, we use the past trends, even predictive models also to make decisions that actually work. So it is like you can imagine hiring people just not just because they did well in their interviews, but because the data actually suggests that they are likely to stay, perform, and grow. That is HR analytics in action. Now let us dive into something called as HR talent management life cycle. Okay, or talent management life cycle. This is the journey that an employee takes in your organization. Okay, it is like a journey from being spotted as a potential hire to becoming a top performer or a leader. This includes stages like talent sourcing, acquisition, onboarding, development, engagement, retention, and exit. I'll just write it down because it might be a little bit too much, right, for you guys to do it. Yeah, let me just write it down quickly. So, talent management life cycle. What is talent sourcing? This is where the companies come to your colleges or any kind of, you go for any kind of poll drives and they pick you up. They give you that job offer. This is talent sourcing. Once you accept that job offer, that means they have acquired that talent. You have accepted the job offer. On your very first day of your joining, you are onboarded. And then there would be many types of training and development programs that are given to you so that you are acquainted with the organization and you are developed enough to work over there. And then you will be allocated to projects, right? You will get projects, you will get assignments. That is the mark of the beginning of your engagement. And you get retained, you work over there. uh, you might get promotions, right, or some kind of bonuses. These are all part of retention, and one fine day, after all that work that you have done, you might choose to exit from the organization. It could be because of retirement, or it could be because of resignation. Whatever the cause is, you are exiting from the organization. So this is the whole life cycle of talent in any particular organization. So this is the talent management life cycle. Once somebody exists, once that chair is vacant, things go back to talent sourcing. This talent sourcing could be, it's not simply just the job offer, okay? It could even be promotions if you're talking about internal sources. But generally speaking, this is the life cycle management. So, at every single stage of this life cycle, analytics has a role to play. Just like how a doctor needs reports before prescribing medicine, HR need analytics before making any kind of workforce decisions. Now, HRIS is a very important tool that helps in all this life cycle management. HRIS is short for Human Resource Information System. Okay, I'll just write it down over here. Human Resource Information System. That is HRIS. So you can think of HRIS as a super organized digital filing cabinet which can also do analysis. It helps in storing as well as managing data like salary, training, leave, performance. Plus, it also has certain analytical dashboards and AI features. Like you can see the pattern in which how many leaves has employees taken, which department they belong to, what are the high performing employees, all these things. So it is like a complete package, right? HR is also getting tech updates, so don't worry. There are a lot of tools out here, especially with the advent of AI, that is there to help you out in making your work faster. Okay, so now let us break down two key HR activities, that is HR talent sourcing and talent acquisition. Two very important HR activities. Talent sourcing is, you can think of talent sourcing as something like, window shopping or something like that. Do you know what is window shopping? I hope you do. If you don't, check it out. Okay. So it is like you are browsing job portals or LinkedIn or even social media to find potential candidates. Talent acquisition is where you actually go ahead and screen them, interview them, and hiring them. With analytics, we can figure out where the best candidates are coming from, what job ad works best, and what kind of profile usually succeeds in in the role. Right? It saves a lot of time, money, and HR headaches. Now let us look at what you can say. One second. Yeah, yeah. Let us now talk about employee turnover. Once we are done with the employee turnover, we will talk about the HR analytics. Okay. So, what is employee turnover? It is, you can say it is the heartbreak, HR version of heartbreak. What is it? It refers to the rate at which employees leave an organization and get replaced by new hires. Here also, analytics can help. Analytics can prevent or at least check this employee turnover. Imagine a company is finding through, say, Glassdoor reviews that employees are leaving because of bad work life balance or a lack of growth. Then, using analytics, the company can then fix training gaps or offer career paths, rebalance workloads, right? It is just like, people stay longer and perform better when they are noted, when they are noticed, when they are heard, when they are invested in, right? Have you ever used Glassdoor? Anytime I do a switch, I go and check in Glassdoor about that company. Yeah, yeah. How many of you have used Glassdoor? Let me know. So, yeah, now let us look into the different types of analytics in HR that is used in HR. We have so far we have been talking about how analytics help each of these things. Now let us see what are the various types of analytics in HR. First is I want to draw your attention towards the descriptive analytics. This tells us what happened, like how many employees resigned last year. That is descriptive. Then comes diagnostic. Okay, this is how many. Descriptive is how many employees left last year. Diagnostic tells us what happened. So, yeah, we can say that descriptive is like what happened. Diagnostic is like why it happened. Maybe they left because of poor management, or maybe long working hours, poor work life balance. What was it? Diagnostic. Then comes predictive analysis. That is the future. What will happen? So, what happened, why it happened, and what will happen. Predictive analysis is like which department is at risk of losing people next, right? That is predictive analysis. Then there is also prescriptive analysis that tells us what to do. If we are to avoid whatever is being predicted, what should we do? That is prescriptive analysis, like offering flexible hours or leadership training to managers. Like it is like a full Netflix series. Recap, plot twist, future prediction, resolution, all based on data. Now, there is one more type of analytics that we have to be aware of, that is talent analytics. Okay, so what is talent analytics? Talent analytics involves using data and statistical tools to analyze employee performance, behavior, and trends to make informed decisions about workforce. Okay, so this is all about analyzing your workforce in order to make better decisions about hiring, developing, um, retaining talent, all these things. So it helps HR understand what skills are in demand, who is performing well, who might quit soon, and what development paths make sense. It is all like having a fitness tracker for your organization. You know where you're strong, where you need to improve, and how you have to get better. So, all these analytics are applied across every stage of the HR talent management lifecycle. Whether you're planning your future needs or recruiting through social media, onboarding efficiently, or training people based on actual skill gaps, HR analytics has a role in each step. And this helps make decisions not just based on guesswork, but based on actual insights. Okay, so now let us look at how HR analytics is used in real life. Let us first take the example of Amazon Web Services. They used HR analytics to track employee engagement, optimize training, manage retention, and even ensure that they have got the right skills on board to match their fast paced tech innovation. It is not magic, right? But what is it? It is machine learning. It is data insights doing the heavy lifting behind all this. Speaking of industries, healthcare. Healthcare is another sector where HR and HR analytics has become crucial, especially post COVID. During the pandemic, hospitals had to juggle changing staff needs, burnouts, and training for new protocol. And data helped them decide whom to deploy, where to deploy, and how to keep the team healthy and productive. Analytics helped them track not just attendance, but also the well being of their staff, their mental health, and exposure risk also. So, HR wasn't just about admin anymore, it was about survival. So, to wrap up, HR analytics is no longer an option, it is something that is essential. Whether you're running a tech company like Amazon Web Services or a hospital that will have to respond to any kind of future pandemic, or even a local startup that is trying to keep their employees happy and productive, data is going to be your best friend. Data is your best friend. HR is becoming smarter, sharper, and more strategic with the use of machine learning and data. And as future managers, you will also have to understand how you can use these tools in order to drive better outcomes. So, that was all the important concepts there were in unit number 9. I hope you found this session useful for your term and examination preparation. Until we meet again in another video, happy learning.